Hey and hello. So welcome back to Afternoon Literature. I'm here to start off my Believathon vlog. In full transparency and full honesty here, it's Saturday and Believathon started on Monday, so there's that. Okay, so it is now 3:30 on Saturday afternoon, and I am only just going to be picking up my read for the Poacher's Pocket Inn. I have a plan because I'm still hoping to finish and read all 5 books before the end of Believathon, which is just over a week away. So here's the plan. I'm going to read the whole of this first read today, and then tomorrow I'm hoping to finish the whole of my second read, or at least the majority of it. Then I can speed through my third read during the week, which I read less in because of work. But after that, on Saturday, Wayne has agreed that we can have a mini readathon between the two of us. And in that mini readathon, I need to finish my 4th read and start my 5th read, which will leave the Sunday to complete it and catch up on anywhere I may have fallen behind. And then I will be back on track. So that is the plan for my Believathon. And it will work. I'm certain it can work. Which means I need to get on and settle down with some reading and not allow myself to be distracted by many things. After Drag Race, I'm just going to watch this one episode of Drag Race, then I'm going to get on and read and not allow myself to be distracted by many things. Okay, so the first book that I'm starting with is A Pinch of Magic. I've heard amazing things. I've also heard over this week people who have read it for their Poacher's Pocket Inn talking about how amazing it is. So I'm really hopeful for this. I really want to love it just as much as I love Nevermore. So here we go. Right, just a quick Believathon update. So I clearly got very distracted, and we're now around 9 PM on Sunday. I am that far into Pinch of Magic, so 185 pages. Now, yesterday I let myself get completely distracted, but I did start reading it towards the end of the night and only read about 30 pages, and today I have read 150 pages and just devoured it. And I'm going to continue reading because it's only 9 o'clock, so a couple more hours to try and get some more done tonight. But I am so enjoying this book. It's wonderful. I love the idea of the pinch of magic. I love the Widdishin sisters, especially Betty, who is just fantastic. She is definitely the right choice to narrate this book. It's filled with atmosphere and adventure. I love her reasoning and I love seeing inside her mind. The cast of characters so far have been really great. I'm not going to spoil anything, but it's adorable and intriguing, and I'm so interested in finding out how this curse came about. I'm so invested in the sisters' lives. They are great, and I really love this. So I'm going to continue on with A Pinch of Magic, which I'm absolutely certain is going to remain excellent, and then I will update you as I finish it and come to pick up my next book. It's 2 AM now. I've got a meeting at 9 in the morning, so but I stayed up and I've finished A Pinch of Magic and it was amazing. So the adventure of the Widdishin sisters was just fantastic to read. Betty is so astute and clever, and she was brave and resourceful, and it was just fantastic. But the bond between the sisters was probably one of the best things that I've ever read in terms of like family bonds and things like that. I also loved the whimsical elements of the magic in there, but the second storyline to it of how the curse becomes the curse was heartbreaking, but also fantastically told. The writing was exceptional, and it was weaved in so superbly that it just felt completely flawless. This was genuinely an amazing read. Definitely 5 stars. I've got a sprinkle of sorcery, and I'm so glad that I have that because I'm eager to get on and read it. It's not due to be the next book on my TBR, but yeah. Okay, it's very clearly time for me to get out of my library and go back into the room I came out here so that I wouldn't be disturbed as I finish the book. So, time to get out of the library, back into bed and go to sleep. But yeah, very, very happy with that read. Okay, just finished the workday and I have retreated from the office into the bedroom now. I've got the diffuser on, I've just got some nice spraying oils. I've got a few hours to just sit and relax and read. So I finished A Pinch of Magic last night, so today I am on the second read for Believathon, and for me that is going to be The Finn Executioner by Darren Shan. So I needed to read a book that was a book that I should have read before, I believe is the prompt, and this has been on my TBR since 2010. So this is a horror novel, all about the son of an executioner and the person he's in love with and so on. It's a middle grade kind of gruesome, gory, comedic horror. So I think more in the range of like Goosebumps, but a little bit updated. So I'm looking forward to reading something that I used to enjoy reading a very, very long time ago. I'm not sure how much I will love the writing anymore, because this is 10 years ago that I loved these, but hopefully just as much. So I'm going to get into that now. Hey again, it's Thursday and I'm taking a quick break from work to give you a bit of an update. So I am currently 105 pages into The Finn Executioner, and honestly I really wasn't enjoying the beginning. I don't like the main character. He's very, very unlikable. It's a really weird society where like slavery still exists. Extremely masculine, very toxic masculine society. It's very brutal and all about proving how strong you are and things like that. But the main character, I realise that he's going to have an arc and he is going to change, but it just seems so flippant. His complete disregard for people. Slaves have no rights, slaves have no humanity. How can a slave love the rest of his family? And I do get it. I do get that these were things that people thought, things that people said. I just don't like it. So I'm going to DNF that, at least for now. And I'm going to use my Aladdin's like lamp type thing to move me on. So I think this is the prompt for the Yellow Brick Road. Is it? I can't remember if it's Yellow Brick Road or if it's 100 Acre Wood, so I'll have to come back to you. But I am going to read Brightstorm because there's yellow on the cover and I just need something that's a bit more whimsical again, something that I can enjoy. So starting Brightstorm by Vashti. This is an adventure. Two twins are told that their dad has gone missing. I think he's a polar explorer or something like that, in South Polaris, and they don't quite believe what they've been told. It doesn't seem to add up, so they go on their own adventure to discover what is going on, and I am so looking forward to reading this one. So, well, I'm going to take a 15-minute break from work just because my head is so confuzzled and just all over the place at the moment. I've just got so much thinking to do, and I'm going to start Brightstorm. Morning. It's almost 6 a.m. and Jade is about to go live on her Instagram, so I'm going to watch some of that and join in. So we have managed to get to the Saturday before Believathon ends. It's bank holiday weekend here, and Believathon ends on Sunday, though if I can't do it, I'm gonna try and push through anyway. and do a little bit more on Monday. But I am now on Brightstorm, which is the third book. That's where I left you last time, and I'm 50 pages in. The last couple of days my head's just been floating around on other things and I haven't been able to settle down to read. But I had planned a mini readathon for Saturday anyway, and it's Readathon, so I'm going to use that and the fact that I know so many other people are reading at the same time and, you know, doing Twitter spins and things like that to kind of push me through. I woke up at 4:30 this morning, so yeah, I decided that I couldn't go back to sleep, so I was going to pick up my book. I'm really only at the beginning of Brightstorm. I'm about 50 pages in. I now know what's happened, or what has been said about Maudie's father, and we're about to start getting, I think, into the adventure portion of it, so hopefully it's going to be quite a fast read after that. So that was my plans for this morning, and I need to finish this probably, hopefully, before 1-2 o'clock, because then I need to pick up another book and try and finish that today as well. Okay, so I'm going to go and have my coffee and watch Jade and read a little bit more, and I will check in later. It's very windy. Time is asleep.
Witnesses claim a person wearing a hooded jacket rushed the victim.
Right, much later now. So I have finished Brightstorm by Vashti. Yeah, it was 4-star. I really loved the characters in it. I liked the relationships that develop. I liked the adventure. It was very fast paced. I enjoyed the mystery, and the scenery of it. But I think the ending was really, really fast. So everything leading up to like 2 chapters before the end, great. But so much happened in the last 2 chapters, and I was kind of just expecting that to be in the second book. So definitely there's some flaws. It can't be a 5-star, but it was enjoyable. So a 4-star read. So really tired now and trying to keep myself awake. I've got knickknacks and some milky buttons and coffee, and I'm about to start my penultimate read for Believathon, which is Orion Lost, to fit the prompt for Orion Found. So this is also the middle grade monthly book, which is the book club that Gavin, Jade from JV Reads, and I think it's Press runs. I'll link channels down below. So I want to get this read, or this is 360 pages, and I would really like to get at least 250 read before the day finishes, because that means I can just finish off the last 100 pages tomorrow and then start either Gargantis or a sprinkle of Sorcery, but I'll decide tomorrow. So yeah, I need to go and get reading. Yeah, this is what I'm putting up with.
Am I recorded? No.
Wait, it is recorded now, yeah.
No.
Okay, sorry about the lights. So I'm now 100 pages in to Orion Lost. It started different than I expected. I think I thought it was going to start with a disaster or something of some kind, but it hasn't. It's done a lot to really introduce the characters and who they are. It's also done a lot in the idea of like the ships, the training, this idea of kind of a training school thing leading up to that disaster, which I think is really good. It's incredibly quick and easy to read. I like the main character in it, and I'm enjoying the way the disasters come about and what's happened with it. So I think that's really good. I'm excited about now getting into the big main part of the story and seeing what happens and how they respond and how they cope. But the first bit was really enjoyable, and I'm actually really glad that it was included, even though I wasn't expecting it, because I think it was really great to see some of the relationships and their normal life before this happened. So 100 pages in, couple hours left of Readathon today, and I'm still awake at the moment, so yeah, hopefully another 150 pages to go tonight. So this is the face and hair, clearly, of someone who read really late last night until they couldn't read anymore, and then has gone right down to the wire on a readathon as usual. So we are now in the last day of Believathon. It's Sunday, and I think we're approaching 12 o'clock. Wayne's just gone to make coffees, and I have finished Orion Lost. Orion Lost was fantastic. It was really quick paced. It's a brilliant read. It was like a spaceship sci-fi, I would say, full of problem solving and betrayal, people getting to know each other. I loved the characters in the end. Limit really grew on me. I thought that Beth was a fantastic character throughout it. I liked a lot of the elements in here, and I think it's definitely an older middle grade, but I think it was just wonderful. Sci-fi middle grade is extremely hard to find, so something that is well written, simple, very well plotted, easy to follow but fun, full of adventure and danger, but also filled with intrigue, feels fantastic. And the ending was, I felt, very satisfying in this, so I really liked it. So I finished that. So now I am on my last book to get to Bookkeepers Stronghold. Apologies for any noise in the background. Wayne's just going to bring us up coffees in a moment. I have a choice. So I need to read the second in a series. And I started to pinch of magic for Believathon, and I now have a sprinkle of sorcery here. And the Withershin sisters are so wonderful. So this could really be a contender to read. I mean, the idea of the adventure, finding out what happens to the girls, a little bit more magic. I mean, I loved A Pinch of Magic so much. But I also really enjoyed Malamander, and the moment I saw that Gargantis was out, I really wanted it and bought it immediately, and I should read it straight away. And I'm torn, and we only have one more day, so I can only read one of them. Well, I'll read both of them, I think, in May anyway, so it doesn't matter which one I pick first. Oh, I don't know. See, the eccentricity, the atmosphere, the whimsy of this could be so wonderful, but you have all that there as well. And I love the characters in this, but I love the characters in this as well. Okay, I'm going to go away and have my coffee, and then I'm going to make Wayne pick for me. Wayne will pick one. That's why I'll read for my final one. And I need to get it done by midnight tonight, so I've got about 12 hours, which is fine. These are doable in 12 hours, one of these. Wish me luck.
Toss a coin to your librarian. Oh, stories of plenty. Oh, stories of plenty. Oh. Toss a coin to your librarian. Great tales of humanity.
Whoa. What are you doing? You just missed
Can't
that.
get your practice on going.
Is it recording it?
Yeah.
You lying?
No.
Right, you ready?
Yeah.
Is this a fake one or what?
Go on, try.
Yeah, but I'm gonna do it.
No, practice, go on. I want a good book, go on. I mean, they're both good books, but no. Wait, I need to get your hand in. Okay, go on.
What? It's the.
I don't even know what you're trying to do.
I'm just coin tossing.
Yeah, but what you're like
It's
practicing
looking-
doing
well, not
what?
even it's
You're just
fucking
throwing a
fun.
coin up in the air. Why do you need to even practice that?
Head to tails.
Heads.
I've absolutely no idea why we need to know. Why did we need this?
For the
It's 'cause-
books.
Oh, to
So we
decide
can
which
pick
one
my
you
book,
wanna-
yeah.
That's why. So this
Go
is
on.
due after the video.
No, so we're going to do it in a second.
Yeah, but when you edit it together,
Yeah.
you're gonna put this after.
Yes, the
Because obviously
outtakes.
this, because otherwise the song wouldn't make sense.
Yeah.
Right, here we go. You fell. Take two. Stay. It's that sign. The
Did
one that
you-
isn't a head, tails.
Oh my god, do you not know which one has the heads and tails?
No, but based on the other one being a head.
How are you
Power of
flipping it?
deduction.
What are you doing? Are you
That is
literally just
clearly
throwing it in the
tails.
air?
Now
Can you not
watch.
flick it?
I'm-
Go on,
Have you not watched what I've
go
done
on.
twice?
Do it
in a row?
again.
It's spinning all over the place.
Yeah, but like,
That
you're
did
just
it.
tossing it.
What?
You're just tossing it. You're not doing like the fancy flick.
It is a
thing.
fancy flick.
Like that.
How can you not see? Look.
Go on then, one more time.
It's spinning. It is spinning properly. Yeah. Tails.
Okay.
We'll do it again to make sure it's fine. There you go. Tails again. Hold on. This is looking dodgy. Heads. No, it's fine.
Okay, so the whole point of this, which one's Gargantis and which one is a sprinkle of sorcery?
Heads can be Gargantis.
Okay. Sprinkle of sorcery, then's tails.
Yeah.
Okay, go on.
This is
Flip.
the official flip now.
Yeah, this is the official flip. I love the warm-up. Come on. Please
Pause
don't.
it. Heads.
Which was what?
Gargantis. Done.
It was Gargantis.
Was it?
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay, so I'm reading Gargantis by Thomas Taylor.
Putting Yaskia to shame. Just saying. Right, go on.
It's now Monday and I'm just popping in to wrap up my Believathon vlog. So we spent forever outside yesterday reading, which is something that we don't really do, but it was really fun. It wasn't too hot outside either, it was quite a nice day, so it made a fantastic end to Believathon. While I was outside, I was reading Gargantis, which I managed to get through most of outside, and then I came up and just had less than 100 pages left to read, so I finished that last night as my last book of Believathon and managed to make my way to the Bookkeepers Stronghold. So I am extremely happy. Gargantis was filled with adventure. The villains that Thomas Taylor writes are really mysterious, very spooky and creepy. I love the way the idea of the old legends are used. Things like in this one, the fisherman's tales, the sea shanties, and the old rumours and songs were brilliant. I also loved the addition of Herbie's backstory being much more central to this one. In the first book it's kind of focusing on Violet. This book now we start to learn more about Herbie, and the lost and found rules are brilliant as well. It's so odd and so whimsical and eccentric, but it's also quite heartwarming and clearly a wonderful book. I love the adults in this as well. They are not all kind and caring, but they feature prominently, even though it's a world where two children can end up on adventures that are incredibly dangerous. The adults are still there and they still care, and it still becomes a part of this novel. The way they twist the legend and the tales is fantastic. So, ending the readathon on a high, just the way it started. Okay, so I don't have them all here because a pinch of magic has been used for work, but I did start with a pinch of magic for the Poacher's Pocket Inn. I then DNF'd the Fin Executioner and used my wish to get me to the 100 Acre Wood. For the 100 Acre Wood, I then read Brightstorm by Vashti. From there, I went to Orion's Found and read Orion Lost by Alistair Chisholm, and then I arrived at the Bookkeepers Stronghold, but to get in I had to finish reading Gargantis by Thomas Taylor. So there was one DNF for Believathon this week. There have been 3 5-star reads and 1 4-star read, and they are exceptional. Believathon has been incredibly fun, even though I really only took place over quite a few days out of those 2 weeks. It's made me pick up so many middle grade books that I've loved and enjoyed, and it's just what I needed at this time. So it's wonderful that this has been created. Now the only thing I haven't done is watched the information about the next Believathon that is happening in November. So I'm going to go do that now because I'm sure it's going to be just as wonderful and creative as this one, and I can't wait to see what Gavin's put together, especially the green screen. So I'm going to go do that now and leave this vlog here. Thank you for watching. If you stayed this long, if you liked this video, please give it a like, and if you'd like to see more, please subscribe to my channel. And I'll see you soon. Have a good week.
Toss a coin to your librarian, oh stories of plenty, oh stories of plenty, oh. Toss a coin to your librarian, great tales of humanity. Whoa.